What's the adult version of "There is no Santa Claus"? You are on your own, no one is coming to the rescue. You aren't getting paid based on how good you are. You are paid based on how hard you are to replace. When they hire you on the spot, it's not because you're an amazing person with so many credentials. It's because it's a really shitty job, and they desperately need to fill it for the third time this month. It's a lot harder to make friends after college. That is likely the last organic friend-making environment you will ever be in. That's reassuring considering I've nearly finished uni and still haven't made any lasting friends. Can't wait to spend life alone. Medium light skin tone. For me it was finding out those HGTV shows are all more or less staged. Somebody you know hates you. For no reason. They probably don't even know why themselves. And no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do in life, you will never, ever change that. If you work hard and are loyal to your company, they will be loyal to you. The sad reality is most large companies don't care anymore and will lay you off after being there for 10+ years even if you were a devoted and hard-working employee. Always have a 6 months' pay in the bank and always be networking to have your next job lined up. There are terrible, awful people in the world that get away with all of it and die peacefully in their sleep with no repercussions. There are people with hearts of gold who get continually fed by life for no goddamn reason. The adult version of "There's no Santa" is "The universe doesn't care." Retirement is not a physical age. It is a financial state. Even worse is when retirement is a physical state, as in can't really afford to retire but are unable to work. When you realize that Santa is indeed real, and it's you. Well shit. That sounds expensive. My life will really begin when X happens. Right now is just a phase. Your parents were just normal people trying to figure out just like you. This honestly blew my mind when I came to that realization, but it also helped me to really connect with them. More so than when I was younger. Not quite an adult thing, but finding out that your degree doesn't automatically get you a job after graduation. And how much more important work experience is than education. Human resources is not there for your benefit. You're a hard worker. You're fired anyway because we're reducing headcount. But I was told working hard meant. Yay, Santa Claus. That sometimes terrible people will just keep being terrible and never have a change of heart or anything negative come of it. That often they'll benefit from being terrible. But I'd like to believe that no matter what, at least I don't have to spend my life being that person, and I'll be happier with even moderate success that isn't created by being an impossibly shitty person. And that's the closest I'll get to holiday spirit even though there is no Santa. You probably won't have summers off. Probably. I'd say it's a little more definitive than probably. You really do have to do taxes yearly. I've saved millions in taxes by not earning enough to pay taxes. There are no hot singles in your area. Sad face. There is no student loan relief. Lots of people were the smartest kid in their high school. College is a business. There is no employer who won't F you over for the bottom line. Promotions aren't always merit-based, and senior management people don't actually know what they're doing. You're only really worth what you can offer to other people. True, but not quite as bleak as it sounds at first pass. Kindness, creativity, a non-judgmental ear, etc. are valuable things to many, not all, that can be offered. Going to college doesn't guarantee you a good job. Thought all adults knew exactly what they were doing and knew all. I'm now an adult and everyone around me is basically winging it. When you buy a house, even if it's all in cash and you paid it off in full, you still have to pay property taxes, forever. You'll never stop shelling out money. You can be skilled, charismatic, talented, successful, and be good-looking. But that will still never be enough for some people. Sweet. Now I don't have to waste time becoming any of those things. Rhetoric wins over logic, reality. Case in point, the world. Friends and relationships don't just happen anymore. You have to go out and make them happen, except you can't make them happen, because people choose who they want to spend their time with arbitrarily, and it is up to you to be someone worth choosing. Doesn't matter if you're a good or bad person. Doesn't matter if you're financially secure or destitute. Doesn't matter if you're attractive or not. Doesn't matter if your life is well put together or if you're a complete trash fire. People can't help who they want to be around, and a lot of the time that isn't going to be you. It isn't your fault, but there's not a lot that can be done about it. You have to be willing to put in the effort to be sociable, to be someone that people want to be around, but at the same time be okay with everyone and anyone not really feeling you at any given time. The average person is a lot less intelligent than you think. Seriously. Yay, and with internet it's really obvious. Previously people talked their ideas only in pubs, now every moron will talk about them in every comment section possible. The idea that as you get older you'll have us figured out and know what to do. Some might have a life plan they can keep on course, without veering off in a fiery crash. Most don't. We're really asking kids what they want to be when they grow up because we're looking for ideas ourselves. The idea of cosmic justice, that good people will be rewarded and bad people punished. Recessions. When you learn that the markets aren't a one-way ride that only goes up. Family will not always be there for you. They may hurt you worse than anyone. Working hard isn't enough to make it. You are more likely to make it if you know the right person and get lucky on top of it. Even if you do everything right, your ability to find a high-paying job or relatively high-paying job is dependent on factors outside your control. There is no such thing as the one in terms of relationships. You are potentially compatible with a great many people and probably some people you wouldn't expect. Whether or not you ever meet them or give them a shot is a whole other thing. But the fairy tale idea that we are destined to be with one person in particular is surprisingly common among grown adults. If they're 1 in a million, then there are 7,300 just like them. No job is actually professionally run, it's just a bunch of people pretending everything is fine.